What's up, everybody? It's time for the Round Robin Show on Wednesdays on Channel Rob Tui. Hi, Robin.
Hi, Rob.
How are you?
I'm good. Actually, I had a really good day
I'm glad you had a good day.
until like 2 minutes ago.
Until I told you some bullshit about what's happening to me. Now you're mad. It's the Wednesday
Mhm.
show. What's up, Missy? Um,
What's up? What's up? What's up?
so how how was your day good that you can say?
I.
Oh, first day of school for the kids.
Oh, yeah, no, that was
That was not good.
irritating. My husband dealt with more of it than I did. And like, I can't imagine how tiring it was for him. Constantly going over there to like help our 8-year-old because like our dining room is literally 10 feet away from me and I'm in the office and he works in here during the day and they're in there doing their schoolwork. And at first they both had their iPads like full blast volume. Yeah, my poor husband. It's all
uh,
good though.
no one died. Okay.
No one died. We got the
Um.
13-year-old to wear earbuds, so that helped.
Oh, there you go. It's starting to really disturb me how I look totally bald in the light because my hair is white and
I don't
it's
think you do.
but I do have hair, everybody. There's hair there. I don't have a bald spot. Anyway,
Messi says his soul died a little, so
because of the kids or the school
yes.
thing, yeah.
Because of
Everyone,
all of it.
I hope I'm wrong, but this is school now, everybody. And I think
Yeah.
a lot of people once they go through a long period of time doing it, when they go back to school, some parents might opt to just keep doing home things, or they'll get used to it or
Mhm.
whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, and we used to have friends who homeschooled their children, and the homeschool program that they were using was like virtual anyway. They would like
Yeah.
virtually talk to, certified teachers and stuff like that. So it's not out of the realm of normal anyways. And if there are
Uh-uh.
parents out there that like it, it is something that they could pursue in the future. I would like my children to go to school.
Yeah. In other words, as far away from you as possible. What's up, Belle?
Just for a couple hours a day, you know?
You
It's
know
great.
the I see the commercials on TV about those. There's probably more than one, but there's one that advertises on TV, and they tell you, oh yeah, there's virtual learning, so if you want to do it, and they go, and by the way, we've been doing this for 20 years. It's
Right?
not because of COVID-19. Yeah.
Exactly. How was your day, Rob?
My day was good until about 2 minutes before the show, and then I made a module today, as you well remember.
I saw.
We decided, was that today we decided you were gonna do 5e?
It was
Oh, it
yesterday.
was yesterday. That was good too.
Mhm.
And Robin's gonna take over for Mark at the end of the month. Um,
Oh god, I'm so nervous.
no, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. And I'm there. You know that I'm there every time, right? I'm
Mhm.
always there,
Mhm.
so you don't have to worry about
Okay.
um Robin just fucked up everybody. No, I'm just kidding. I would never do that. And so I can't eat anything after 11 o'clock tonight because I have an ultrasound tomorrow to check on the sextuplets. Giggity.
Right. Yes.
Um, and also a chest X-ray. Giggity again. B cup. And um, so today I played a bunch.
Messi's making fun of your gaming skills. Sorry.
I saw Rob get his
It's
battleship
like
sank. Except guess what? I wasn't in a battleship. I never was. He failed at a kamikaze. Yeah. Oh, that's right. Messi was watching me for a little while.
Aw.
Actually, it was funny. You were watching me do a module, and then basically
Right.
when I started playing games, you left and he came in.
Yeah.
He's like,
And
Rob's playing
it's
video games.
because like I used to play video games like a lot.
Yeah.
I used to write about them. Um, but nowadays I think Messi plays more games than I do. And I don't mean that like in a he plays more games than I do. You know, I don't mean it like that, but like he will use his free time to play games, whereas I will use my free time to like do DM's guild work or
Yeah.
whatever.
Right.
And I don't mean that as a slight either. But so I think he enjoys watching people when they play games too. Like most people who watch gamers on Twitch do. So
Yeah.
that's probably why he tuned in to watch you play some games.
I think I didn't really get into doing it today, but sometimes like when I play Red Dead Redemption on Xbox and I stream it, Oh god, I swear, because I just something goes wrong and I just get all crazy and I just can't stop swearing. Um,
Right.
but
You should have seen me back in my game playing days.
yeah,
Motherfucker,
yeah.
cutting
Oh,
balls.
every word is the F word when I crash my car or whatever. Oh, in that racing game, I
Mhm.
love Fortuna 4 or whatever that's called. But anyway, it's funny because I'm a huge video gamer, but for the last like 4 years, I really haven't played that much video games
Yeah,
because
me neither.
doing fantasy ground stuff. And so I do that to just shift my brain and get away and change it, right?
Hmm.
So today, and I play a lot more than I don't ever really stream my video games. I do sometimes. Like it was just
Right.
easy for me to just switch it today, which is why I did it. But a lot of times, you'll people will PM me in Discord and go, "Oh, I see you're playing Slay the Spire again," or whatever, because it says what you're playing up in the thing. But
Right.
yeah, I enjoy it, and streaming it, I guess, is kind of fun because you can talk to people in the chat while you're doing it, which is fun for me.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so
Oh yeah, for
um,
sure. I used to play like competitive like MOBAs, and a long time ago I played first person shooters and stuff like that. But when I was playing MOBAs, I would stream it, and like I would be like in MOBAs they have like a ranked system, and you could play ranked and like work your way up from like bronze to like diamond or masters or whatever.
yeah.
And so like when I would get into diamond, more people will watch you because you're like in the upper
Oh,
ranks, and
right,
that's
right.
more interesting to watch. And then if you make like one mistake, like you miss one ability or something like that, the chat goes fucking wild. Like,
Yeah.
you suck, you missed that, fucking feeder, just stupid shit like that.
What
And it
they
used
call
to
you?
drive
What
me
a
crazy.
feeder?
Yeah, a feeder. So in MOBAs, if you die, you give the enemy team experience for killing you. So if you do
Oh,
that
you're
a
feeding them
lot,
XP.
you're
Okay.
feeding them.
You
Yeah.
feeder.
So they'll call you a feeder, even if you don't even die. If you like narrowly escape from like a scuffle or whatever, and you like get back to your base and heal back up, they'll still call you a feeder because you're not out there farming more experience. Like it's really toxic.
Oh
There are a lot of
wow.
games out there that are
Fuck
super
all that.
toxic. Yes.
Because if I fuck up on stream, I'm the first one laughing and going, and then somebody says, "Oh,
Oh,
Rob, you."
dude, no. I used to like sometimes I like to think I have a really thick skin, but sometimes I would like stop streaming and I would just sit there and like wallow in misery. Like, I could have done better. Man, I am really bad, It like gets to you after a
Yeah.
while.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm a gamer at heart. I mean, I started with my dad before Atari 2600 came out. My dad brought home Pong, which was just the tennis, the ball between the two paddles. And then Atari 2600 came out when I was 11, same year as Star Wars, and it blew my fucking mind. And it was just all over. And
Yeah.
I remember my friend Kevin and I were playing like Tank Battle at my house one day. Um, and I looked over to him and I said, and we were like 13 or something, and I looked over to him and I said, "It's never gonna get any better than this."
Yeah, never.
Yeah, because 8-bit graphics were all there was, but before that was nothing. So
Yeah.
it was just blew all our minds. And now, before my mom died, like about 5 or 6 years ago, I was playing Madden, and she walked in the front door from grocery shopping or whatever. She goes, "Oh, what game's on? What are you watching?" And I'm like, "No, mom, it's a
Oh,
video game." And she's like, "What?" It was pretty
oh
awesome.
yeah. I've watched because my husband, like I said, he plays games, and sometimes I'll like choose the game for him because I want to see the story of it or whatever. Like I
Yeah.
asked him to play, like Elder Scrolls and stuff like that. So he would be playing. He played this one game. I think it was called Rain, and it's like mostly a story, sort of choose your own kind of story type game. But the graphics were so unbelievably beautiful, and like I was just addicted to like sit there and it's like watching a movie, it's so good, it's beautiful. I think that game is called Rain. He'll know what it is and he'll probably say it in chat. But yeah, if anybody's never played it, also you should check it out if
Messy
you like
friends,
those
what
kinds of
game
games.
are you talking about?
The
He
game
doesn't
with
know.
where the dad like loses his son. I'm pretty sure it's called Rain. It was fucking beautiful. It was
Yeah,
a long time. It was when we lived in
Heavy Rain.
Tennessee. So Heavy Rain, thank you. That was the game. I was halfway there.
Wait, you guys lived in
Okay.
Tennessee?
We did. Yeah, we lived in Clarksville, Tennessee
For
for
how
3
long?
years.
Oh, it's wow, 3 years, huh?
3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't really like it there.
And me neither, and I've never lived
He
it, and
was
I
in,
never lived
like
there.
he was in, like, I don't remember 'cause it was a while ago, but he was attached to, like, an infantry unit, so it was, like, all army all the time, like, hoo hoo, crazy shit, and, so he worked, crazy hours, and they went to the field a lot, and they went to, JRTC and all that crap. I just hated every minute of it.
Clark's Vegas, he says.
Yep, Clark's Vegas.
101st,
Yeah.
the
Mhm.
101.
Yeah.
Yeah, military. So, anyway, that was my day.
Well, I'm glad, it was decent. You
Yeah.
played video games,
I
you
did
made
get up at 6
module.
o'clock in the morning, which is super unusual for me. And I had gone to bed at
I
like midnight, so only 6 hours. I didn't get my regular 10,
Oh
whatever it
my
is.
god.
I didn't
Cry
use
me
I
a river.
I used to do so my normal time to go to bed is between 2 and 4, but I always get up at 10, so I get between 6 and 8 hours every night.
Right. I go
But
to bed around 11, and I'm up between most days it's around 7. 7, I would say, is my, like, usual wake up. Sometimes I lay in bed until, like, 7:45 if I'm lucky and, like, my kid's not crying. But,
sometimes I
yeah,
lay in bed till
that's it.
October.
I fucking wish. I said, like, if we ever go on vacation, we'll just stay on vacation. We'll just, like,
Yeah.
never come back.
Just if anybody asks, just say you forgot. We're on
Right,
vacation
exactly.
and we were to come back, but we
"Oh,
forgot.
we had a house and everything? What? No." That's not
Yeah,
our style.
that's not us. JRYC, what's that?
I don't know. I only know JRTC and NTC and all the TCs.
What is
They're like
TC?
training.
Training camps?
It's like where they
Training
go away
course?
for a month and they pretend like they're in a combat zone, but they're not. It's to prepare you to go to a combat zone. So they do like, all gear all the time, live in a tent, eat MREs, all that bullshit.
Fuck that.
Pre-deployment training. There you go. That's the nice
Joint
fancy
Readiness
way of
Training
putting
Center.
it.
They're getting you ready to go kill younger people in a different country. That's what they do. That's their whole mission.
Right. Well, in his case, when Messi deployed, he was deployed with a signal unit. So they were like on a fob doing comms. He
Yeah.
never went to like war. But he did do an Afghanistan
Yeah,
year in
people,
Afghanistan, which
like
still sucked.
people will thank me when I find out I was in the military. They'll tell me, "Oh, thank you for your service," and I'll be in my head. I don't say it, but in my head, I'm like, "If you only knew what I didn't do in the army, like it was
Right.
not even worth acknowledging that I was even there."
Oh yeah.
because I was in
And
between.
there's still like Sorry, go ahead.
I was after Grenada and before Desert Storm, so there was nothing
Right.
happening. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's still a lot of people out there that think like, "Oh, you were in the army?" Like everybody in the army goes to war. There's people that think that. I was in for 4 years and I never deployed.
Yeah.
Granted, I was pregnant when my unit deployed. They just don't deploy pregnant ladies. So
We're gonna get
that would be
deployed.
weird if they
Fuck me,
did.
hurry! Give me a child in my
No.
belly. Yeah, that's right. That's how you do it. Have
Only
you ever
half
had?
my
Have you
company
ever
went
had to go?
anyways.
Have you ever had
So
to
I still
go?
only had a 50/50 chance of going. Okay, I'm sorry. Go
He
ahead. Go
says,
ahead.
"Have you ever had to go 21 days without a shower and only have been 130-degree porta potties to go number 2?" And yes, this week, the last
Oh
3
my
weeks.
god.
No, I'm just kidding. There's a
Oh.
guy building a house across my street. He's over across and down one. There's building a house, and he's got like a cyclone fence around it. I don't know why he doesn't want people. I guess when you're building a house, it's all open and people can just walk in there or whatever. But
Yeah, because people will steal the
yeah,
building material.
so out front on
Ooh.
near the street on the outside of the fence is a porta potty, and I so bad wanted to go over there and look in it and see how's this work. And
Gross.
then I saw a thing today on TV where Japan now has transparent porta potties, and they look really nice. Like they're portable toilets, but they're really constructed. They're not just a plastic thing with a door. They're like buildings with like 3 units, and then you
But
can
why are
see
they?
in them, and then you can put the switch and they go opaque. They put like a light up so you can't see in. But if you want,
Oh,
you can go in there and turn that thing and make everybody watch you go to the bathroom. Fucking
gross.
Japanese, man. I gotta move to Japan.
I have to like potty train my kids. I already don't want to do that. Like, why would I want to see anybody go to the
Some
bathroom?
people, what I want to know is, I guess
Oh,
there's
right. No
people
kink
who want to
shaming.
see it, and there's people who want people to see them.
Right.
And it's
Okay.
Japan, so there's no rules. They don't have rules.
My bad. I didn't mean to kink shame. If that's
Yeah,
your
no kink
thing.
shaming. Uh,
Pass
so
though.
yeah, so what else is going on? I'm gonna go to the hospital tomorrow to get my thing looked at. Well, that sounded wrong, didn't it? And then not that thing, not the one when someone says my thing, and then you guys all jump to the penis. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about my liver. And what are you doing tomorrow?
Me? Um, Probably working at my new job.
Oh, very good. Um,
That I'm super excited about.
yeah, that you can't say anything about.
Can't really talk about it,
Yeah, you can't talk about it because
but it's with a notable RPG publisher. That's all I'll say. Because I'm pretty sure that's all I can say.
their name is the CIA. She's lying to you. She's a government agent. And Celestian, Rob is a bit quiet. Robin is good. What the fuck are you talking about? I've
Because
done nothing
loud
but.
as fuck.
Huh?
Always loud. I'm a
Oh.
very loud person.
Oh, you mean her volume? Is that what you're talking about? I thought he
Yeah,
was
I
just
think you're
saying
talking
I'm
about
generally
the
quiet.
volume.
All right, let me look at your volume. Hold on, let's just calm
Well, they said I'm good, so you should just turn your volume up.
down. Oh, my volume should be turned up. Okay, well, let's just do it. I don't even know really how to do that. What if I do? Oh, you know what? This is there. That was turned down actually. Maybe it's better now. Is it better? Mike, tell me if it's better. See if it sounds better to you. Rob is lower volume. Okay, but am I now? I changed it.
We gotta wait for the stream delay.
No, okay, no. The stream delay is 2 seconds, literally.
Oh,
Okay. Let me up
then
it
you
some
know.
more. How about now, fuckers? What about this? That's probably too loud.
The stream delay is 2 seconds.
It's
Why
2
do you always
seconds.
take forever to answer my questions sometimes when
Oh,
I'm
that's only
watching
because
you?
I'm just ignoring you.
Oh, okay. Fair
No,
enough.
no, no, no. You mean in the chat?
Sometimes.
Oh, because
I'm
I
just
don't. Even though the delay is only 2 seconds, I have to look to my left to see the chat, and I don't. Sometimes I don't look over there in time.
call that the Rob delay.
It's not. It's a Rob delay. That's exactly what it is. You're saying the volume is not better. What the fuck?
You said
All right.
much better. No. Better. Oh, no. I don't know. I'm confused.
Better, no, louder. Yes. Fuck you.
Well, Celestian said much better
Oh, did he?
earlier.
Okay, good. Scuba's just trolling me as usual.
Belle said not better.
No, Belle says better.
Oh, well, earlier she said not better.
Right, but I'm up to
It's
date
better
now.
now.
I'm up to date. I want you to know, Robin, I'm up to date with the chat. I'm right up to date.
Okay.
So,
All right.
so congrats on getting hired by Wizard of the Coast, a prominent RPG company. No, that's
Someday. Now, my
Someday.
dream job is Kobold Press, so you can rule that one out because I would have been like,
Hey, why is Cobalt Press a dream in particular for you? Is it because of Wolfgang Puck or Wolfgang Puck?
Power. I mean, he's an amazing designer, don't get me wrong. I just love almost everything they've ever come out with. I'm a huge, huge fan. They like, for example, their Midgard setting. I have ran games in. I love it. You know what I mean? So it's like that. When you like Star Wars, So, you're a fan of George
Yeah,
Lucas,
I get you. I see what you're saying.
stuff like that, so I just, really like their enterprise or, whatever you wanna call it, their franchise, whatever you wanna call that. I don't know the right word because English is hard. But, yeah, I'm just a really big fan of all pretty much everything they've ever come out with. They're amazing. You know, I have submitted monsters to every single one of the monster book Kickstarters that they've done because I've backed them
Right.
and will submit monster. I've never made it in one yet, so
Me neither.
that's a testament to my skills as a designer. Apparently, I'm not that good, but I mean, maybe it just I never made things that they were looking for at that point in time. Um, but someday I'll work at Kobold Press.
Yeah. And I did the Midgard Heroes and I did a few of the, you probably have the modules from Smiteworks,
Yes.
the
Oh,
Midgard
I
Hero,
don't have all of them. I have
I,
some of them.
but I converted some of them. Not the adventures, but the like
You're right.
the
The
class
slap
and
books.
race books and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like those. I don't have all of them, but I do have some of them. I got them in print though. That counts.
It
They're
counts. It
amazing.
counts.
But do you not like Kobold Press? Are they,
Oh no,
not in
I
your
just
top?
wondered why you chose that. Like, why isn't your all-time goal like Wizards of the Coast or Paizo? Is it like, why did you choose Cobalt Press? That's just why I
I
was wondering.
love them.
Yeah.
Scuba wants me to do voice work. I will do voice work for you. I did some for Sirenscape recently. I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about that or not, but I am.
Too late. It's
Let
for
the cat's out of the
the
bag. It'll be out soon.
Sword of or
Uh,
the Curse of Strahd, right?
yes, and a board game and
Oh,
something
cool.
else.
Board games have voices. What's
Some
happening?
I did like a robot voice and a PA announcer voice for a board game, Titan something or another. I was like doing lines, the drones are on their way and, stuff like that. And so that was, science
Yeah.
fiction-y. And then I did a a character, 2 characters from the new version of Curse of Strahd. So anyways, my point is, Scuba, if you need voice stuff, like if you want them for your games or whatever, just PM me because I did how this all started. I did voice lines for Engorgio's game. He was doing Horde of the Dragon Queen and he was like, "Hey, would you do some Tiamat stuff for me?" And I was like, "Sure." So he gave me a little script and I read it. And then Azel, I think most of you know who Azel is. Azel mixed it and made me sound more, dragony or whatever. And then Engorgio used that audio in his game. But anyways, yeah, I'm totally willing. I mean, don't ask me to do like a 20-page script. That's crazy. But I'll do, like little one-off stuff for you guys if you want.
And if you
I don't
guys want
mind.
me to say fuck or cock or cunt, then just clip that what I just did, and there you go. You got it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I don't have any fancy stuff like that, like people doing voices for me, and that's awesome. I don't.
Well, you can always ask me. I don't know. It's weird because, like, I know if I ever need, voices, if I need, like, some sort of one-off thing, I just ask my husband. Like, I have that luxury
Yeah,
that he
yeah.
lives with me. I'll be
You
like,
got a
"Hey,
dude in the next room.
can you sit here and just talk into my microphone and, like, say this, whatever," and he'll do it for me. He's done it for me in the past. And a lot of people don't I guess, don't have that opportunity, so and I know there's not that many girls in our community, so if you guys need that kinda shit, hit me up. Look, I can't do, like, crazy voices, I'm no professional voice actor, but I can do a couple things.
Can you do monkey
Giggity.
laugh sounds, Robin, or Drake wants to know?
Maybe? I'd have to practice. I don't think I can do it, like, on demand.
What is a monkey laugh? What is that? Yeah, oh, there you go. There you go. That's perfect.
There you go.
I'm turning
That
into
was
Tim
my
Allen.
yeah. That was my attempt at it.
So, yep.
Do you have, like, flying monkeys in your game, Drake? That's probably what it is, a
Gonna be
flying
doing the Wizard of
monkey.
Oz.
Well, there's a flying monkey in one of the adventures. Um, One of the hardback adventures.
There.
Somebody will say it in chat. Tomb of Annihilation, maybe? or Storm King Thunder. I don't know. There's flying monkeys in one of them because I've seen a stat block.
Yeah, I've seen the flying monkey stat block. I seem to recall that now.
I'm pretty sure whichever book it came in, it also came with as part of the variant familiar rules. So like you can
Yeah.
also have a flying monkey as a familiar if your DM allows.
Italian grandma, go.
I don't know. I don't know if I could do that. I don't know how to do an Italian. It's a meatball. That's all I ever think of.
Well,
So I don't.
the comically racist way to do it is just add a
I
sound
know,
to
and
the
now
end of
I
every
feel like
word.
I'm gonna offend
No,
somebody.
no,
I
you
don't.
can't. It's comedy. What are
I
you
don't
gonna
mean
do?
to offend.
Here's
Okay.
by the way, everybody, let's just get this out of the way. Here's a favorite phrase of mine that I've been using that I've heard and that I like, and I want you guys to all
I
like it too.
know what it is.
You know the
But go
thing?
ahead and say it.
It is try not to offend, but try harder to not be offended. Live your life
Right.
that way, everybody. I'm sorry, that's not what I meant to say. Live your life that way, Mario. That's what I meant to say.
Right. I don't think I can do that. That's for me, I feel like that's way out of my wheelhouse.
Mangy, you stinky eat. You skinny eat.
You're too skinny.
You too skinny eat. Nobody likes a skinny Santa. Eat, Papa. Do you remember that, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
No.
Have you ever seen that? You've never seen that?
The claymation one?
Yeah, a
I've
60s
seen it
children's classic.
when I was like 6.
Okay, well, I'm watching it every year.
That's
Whatever, I
probably
don't
the
care.
last time I saw it. Look, okay, we try to get our kids to watch Christmas movies with us, but they won't. So the only Christmas movie my kids like is The Polar Express.
You
If
mean
that tells you anything
the
about
Uncanny Valley Tom Hanks one?
Sure.
You know what Uncanny Valley is?
No.
So Uncanny Valley is it's a phrase that communicates the idea that robots and humans come together and look kind of the same and you can't tell which one they are. I'm not doing a very good job of explaining it, but yeah, Polar Express, directed by Robert Zemeckis, starring Tom Hanks. It's an animation Christmas movie. Never seen it.
Sure, if you say so. Look, I don't listen. I'm not that smart, and I don't. You could tell me all day all the famous people that are in everything, and I'd be like, "Is he the guy from XYZ?" But however, if they were actors in fantasy movies, I'm more likely to remember who they are. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I'm trying to think what fantasy movie Tom Hanks
Like, I
was
know
in.
who Daniel Radcliffe is. He played Harry Potter.
Yes.
I know who Emma Watson is. She played Hermione.
Yes.
I know who wow, I'm drawing a blank. I know who Ian McKellen is. You know, he played Gandalf and Magneto. So
Do
yeah.
you know who Rupert Grint is?
Yes, he played Ron Weasley.
Yes. He's also in a new show on Apple TV that's directed by M. Night Shyamalan that's creepy AF, and it's awesome.
I know. I saw a trailer for it, and I think we added it to our we're going to watch that list.
Premise is
whatever that's called.
The premise is that this isn't really a spoiler because they give this away in the first 2 minutes of the show. The premise of the show is that they lose their baby, and so they get a doll. It's like therapy,
right.
Like it's a real thing, right?
I remember.
And then the baby comes alive now, and what? And then that's the show. Go watch it. But yeah, so Ron Weasley is the brother in the show. He's awesome.
Cool. I will have to watch that someday. When we're done with The Big Bang Theory. We're watching that right now.
Oh yeah, Big Bang Theory. I've seen them all. Everyone.
We're in season 6.
My favorite scene.
You know, we're chugging along.
My favorite scene in the entire whole series of that Big Bang Theory, I think it was in season 2 maybe, is Penny gives Sheldon the Spock DNA, the Leonard Nimoy's DNA.
Oh yes, on the napkin.
And then he comes and brings all the gift baskets to her, and then look, Sheldon's hugging me. Yeah. And then he's like, "Do you realize what this means? I can make my own Spock babies or whatever." And she's like, "I'm just giving you the napkin." Like, yeah, it was funny. Yeah, Howard. Oh, have you seen any episodes where Howard DMs Dungeons and Dragons in that show?
No, we haven't gone that far. I did
so awesome.
Gently I read a spoiler online about the episode when Howard is the dungeon master. So we haven't gotten that far yet,
Oh
but
yeah.
it's in the season we're in right now. So I'll get there probably in the next day or two. But I did read a spoiler already, totally accidentally. I was reading like an article about some of the greatest um sitcoms that had D&D in them or whatever, and then that was mentioned.
Yeah,
Um
Community did it.
yeah.
There's been a bunch of them, I think.
There's
But they
been
do it a
several.
few times. They must do it 5, 6 times at least in the whole series
Yeah.
throughout the
The
series. Yeah.
last episode where they were playing D&D, it was an episode where Leonard was the DM and they were like Sheldon was really mad at Leonard and oh, it was they were doing a Christmas adventure and Sheldon did not want to do a Christmas adventure.
Saturnalia.
And yeah,
Yeah.
Saturday and so, like, Leonard got him to, like, sing this Christmas carol as, like, part of a puzzle to, like, solve a room or whatever. I don't know, the whole thing was hilarious, and I was like, "I wanna be that good of a dungeon master."
Yeah. Well, by the way, you do know that a team of writers wrote that for them. He didn't just come up with
I
it.
know,
But
but in my little head, I like to think they're all as nerdy as the characters they portray, and perhaps they also play Dungeons& and Dragons.
and
I know it's
disappointingly
totally
enough,
irrational.
even though they're excellent at portraying those characters, none of those actors are anything like those characters.
I know. Well, actually, Jim Parsons, who plays Sheldon, he actually does suffer from some like neuroses and OCD and stuff like that
Oh, that's true.
in life.
But
Um,
he's also gay. He's also married to a dude.
right,
So,
yes,
yeah,
that's
but Sheldon isn't, right?
right. But I mean, Sheldon is almost asexual
Right, that's so true. Even though,
in
well,
the show.
for now, yeah.
Yeah. Well, no spoilers. Don't I mean, he's
No,
like dating Amy Farrah Fowler in the show, but they don't really like. They're not really. Uh,
yeah. Did you ever
sexual
watch
or romantic
Roseanne
or anything like
in the old Roseanne? The
a
from
long, long time ago. So I do know that there are characters in this show that were previously on Roseanne. Like Sheldon's mom is played by Aunt Jackie
right,
from Roseanne.
and um
Then the brunette girl whose name I always forget with the curly hair.
oh
She was Danielle, I think was her name in Roseanne. I don't remember.
Becky and Darlene.
Darlene. I knew it started
Yeah,
with a D.
and
I was close.
Darlene was on a Big Bang Theory for a while, and then her boyfriend on Roseanne was David, who is Leonard. So
Wait, what?
yeah, so Darlene, who was, I forget her name on Big Bang Theory, but um she's Leonard's girlfriend for a bit there, right? Whatever her name is. So on
Oh,
Roseanne,
yeah,
those
yeah, I saw
yeah,
all those
on Roseanne, those two actors were boyfriend and girlfriend on Roseanne.
Oh,
Yeah, so it
okay,
was really
funny.
weird to see. I'm
Aw,
like, I gotta separate it.
yeah, that's funny. I'm not that far I'm in season 6. That's, like, halfway through. Doesn't it only have, like, 11 seasons? Or 12? Somewhere
11,
in that
11
ballpark.
seasons, yeah.
Yeah.
2000, I think 2009 to 2020, or no, whatever. I don't know. I can't even remember if it ended last year. Whatever. I don't
I'll
know.
tell you when I see the Howard is the Dungeon Master
Yeah,
episode,
that's
though.
good.
Now the
Um,
problem, though, is, like, you mentioned it, I read about it already, so now, like, my expectations of it are really high.
oh, but there's
So
there's a
when it
lot of stuff
happens,
about
I
it
don't
that
wanna be
you
like,
don't.
"No."
There's a lot of cool stuff about it that you don't
True.
know, that you won't know until you watch it.
True.
Yeah.
True. True. Alright.
Um, Big Bang Theory. Yeah,
Love it.
there's not
Funny
many
show.
sitcoms. Well, I guess there are a few mini sitcoms that I saw every single episode.
Yeah.
I've seen every single episode of Seinfeld and Everybody Loves Raymond multiple times. And I've seen every episode of King of Queens, not multiple times, some of them, but not all of them. I did see every episode of Big Bang Theory, and I think I have the first 4 seasons on DVD.
Nice.
And my mom would, but people keep wondering, I keep bringing up my mom a lot, but so for those of you that don't know, I lived with my mom for the last 5 years of her life. And so we watched a lot of TV together, obviously. But she would go, "Oh, Big Bang Theory's on. It's a repeat. Let's watch it." And I go, "Oh, you go ahead." And I've got this thing where when a sitcom is in its, or basically any TV show is in its first run, I can't repeat episodes. I can only see them once, and I got to go from beginning to end. And then I
Yeah.
buy the DVDs, and then I watch them years later. That's just what I don't know. I'm a weird like that. But
Uh, I'm I'm hit or miss. Like Game of Thrones, because we had to wait so long. Because
yeah,
we actually watched that from like fairly early on. So every year you had to wait whatever 6 months for the
right.
next season to start. So our tradition always was when they announced the new season was coming out, we would bookmark, like 2 weeks ahead, and we would rewatch everything up until the new season just so that it was all
Yeah,
fresh in our mind. And especially with a show like Game of Thrones, where there's a lot of characters, like dozens of characters that are main characters
right.
essentially. So we would do that, but other shows, I don't know, like I've seen How I Met Your Mother twice, all the way through
Yeah.
every episode. And like I just don't think I would want to rewatch it again. I've seen it enough. I
Yeah,
like it,
so
it's a
there
good show,
I
but I
find
don't
that
want to
there's
watch it again.
certain shows that have such a rewatchability. Like to me, Seinfeld is one of those shows. You can watch any episode in any order, it doesn't matter. The jokes
Right,
all
yeah.
work, and Seinfeld was such a, I mean, probably for people that are over 35 or 40, but it was such a part of, I mean, Seinfeld was the Game of Thrones of its time. It was like the show
Right.
you had to see, right? And
Yeah.
so much repeatable stuff and so many lines, and even today people will quote it, and I find that to be rewatchable. And before I get to the next thing I want to say about that, I do have a friend who told me once he'd never seen a movie twice, like Star Wars, nothing ever twice. And I'm like, so you're insane, you're just a crazy person. And he goes, no, I like to see the movie and let my imagination carry it for the rest of my life. I don't want to repeat it. And so he's never even watched any movie that exists more than one time.
That's
But
crazy.
having said that, I find certain shows to not be repeatable. Like I saw every episode
Oh
of Game
yeah,
of
for sure.
Thrones. I won't watch it again. I saw
Oh yeah,
every
that's where we
episode of The
disagree.
Sopranos. Fucking amazing. I won't watch it again. I saw every episode of The
Oh,
Wire. Won't watch it again. It's just
I like The Sopranos.
because
We never
it's,
finished it though.
yeah, it's really good.
I know.
The thing about rewatching somebody, especially if it's a drama, like I do rewatch movies, but I can't rewatch a whole series of like 180 hours of television because I already know what's going to happen. With comedies, you
Right.
can rewatch them because the jokes are funny again.
Mhm.
But it's like, oh, here comes the part where the dragon breathes and kills everybody. I mean, I already know what's going to happen. It doesn't. It's not enjoyable to me
Right.
to do it again. So, but it's really weird. It's case by case though.
I mean, but I understand because, like, well, I don't watch that many movies, but the movies that I do like or like really love, I will hands down rewatch them any freaking time. If you're like,
Yeah.
hey, Robin, you want to watch Lord of the Rings? I'd be like, fuck yes, I do, even though I've already seen it like 6 times. You know what I mean?
Yeah. See, like
It's
Lord of
just
the
something I
Rings.
can do.
Lord of the Rings is a good example for me because I've seen them all, and I think I've seen them all twice. But I would rewatch them again, but I wouldn't do it for probably another 5 years or more. Like
What?
I need,
No.
yeah, I need time to forget it. Now,
I watch the Lord of the Rings trilogy on average twice a year. It's gross, but
yeah,
I
see,
love those
I
movies.
do that with Star Wars. I do that with the original trilogy, and I don't know what I'm gonna. And I don't watch the first three, and I don't know what I'm gonna. I don't
Oh,
know
you
what
don't
my.
like Jar Jar Binks?
Misa thinks I'm gonna punch you in the face. Um, I feel sorry for Ahmed Best, that comic that did that voice. Oh, I feel so bad for him. I
Mhm.
hope the checks were good. So the last trilogy, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what my tradition is gonna be because I hate with a virile passion Episode 8. I just hate it. But
Of
I
what show?
love 7 and 9. So I'm gonna have
Oh,
to.
the Star Wars
Yeah, Star
movies.
Wars. Yeah. So I'm
Oh,
gonna have
okay,
to
okay.
watch like 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. No, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But
9 is the only one I haven't seen. I've seen all the rest.
yeah.
They were very forgettable. Um
Don't. Don't say
You
that.
already know my
I
opinion
know,
on
but I'm
this.
worried about people
I've
sending
seen
you
the
death
Rogue
threats.
One.
Death
I've
threats.
seen the Han Solo movie. I saw Rogue One,
Yeah,
and I
the
saw
Solo.
1 through 8 of the
Oh yeah,
main
1 through 8.
series. Yeah, I
Did,
saw the Han Solo one. I actually kind of like the Han Solo
yeah,
one.
I didn't care for the.
Of all the Star Wars movie, it was probably my favorite.
It's not a Star Wars movie. It's a Star Wars story.
Oh my god.
I told you about how traumatized I was the first time they didn't have the music, and I was like, "What the fuck just happened?"
Yeah.
Um,
It was different
yeah,
for sure.
I
Your
don't. I fear
chat is
change.
like, get her off your show. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Nobody said that yet.
Um,
They will though.
but I've watched like a really my one of my favorite movies just ever is The Firm. It's 1993, starring Tom Cruise, and it's a John Grisham book, and it's about like lawyer, you know,
Yeah,
mystery kind
I
of
have a
stuff. Yeah,
friend who read like every John Grisham
yeah,
book ever.
and
She
that
would
movie's
hand them to
really
me and be like,
good.
"You have to read this," and I would try, and
Yeah,
I was like, "Man, I don't like it."
no
I like some
readings,
of them.
but that movie's in particular. But there's certain movies that are my favorites, like Blues Brothers or Trading Places or Beverly Hills Cop,
Never seen
or
it. Never seen it.
y'all just if you said, "Do you want to watch?" Yeah, I want to watch it. Yeah, let's watch it. And
Yeah.
I can do the whole. I can do the whole dialogue for the whole movie. But
I
somehow
can do
just.
that with Lion King.
Oh,
I know
by the
all the
way,
words to
Lion
Lion
King.
King.
That movie's just Star Wars. It's Star Wars. Lion King is Star Wars. Think about the plot, everybody. I saw Lion King one time in like
I can
1990.
see it. Rafiki is Yoda. Timon and Pumbaa are Han and
And
Chewie, I
even
guess.
even the voice of Darth Vader is the big lion, right?
Right. Yeah, Scar is Vader, even though it's
Shawshank,
his uncle and not his father.
yeah. Simba is Luke.
Right. I
Drake,
got that.
Shawshank is definitely Trading Places.
I
Yeah,
still need
Wedge.
to see that. I haven't seen The Shawshank Redemption yet,
Oh my
but
God,
my husband did get it for me. He was like, "I got it, so we can watch it one of these days."
yeah. Um, yeah. This girl I met. So I met. This is a
I
true
love
story.
Jeremy
I
Irons.
met a girl at a Star Trek convention
Okay.
in Phoenix, and then she just sat down next to me in like bleachers or where some room or auditorium, I can't remember, and we were gonna listen to them tell us about. They were gonna reveal the new enemy on the show called the Borg, and nobody knew what nobody had any idea what that meant. So they shared with us there's gonna be the biggest baddest enemy. You guys are all gonna freak out. They're called the Borg, and we were like, what? Who gives a shit? What? I don't even know what you mean. And then it turned out that was like the best thing ever. So anyway, she
Yeah.
sits down next to me.
And you get 7 of 9 from the Borg.
Right? What's up? And now she's still on Star Trek. But
Oh, I need to see the new one. I haven't seen it. It's the only Star Trek I haven't seen is the
so
new one.
she sits
It's not
down
even that
next.
new, but
Well, but
what?
I mean, she sits down next to me, and I'm
Okay,
trying. The
okay.
reason I'm hesitating is I'm trying to remember her name. I don't remember her name. But
Oh,
anyway,
rip.
um, cute redheaded gal, curly red hair, just really super cute. She was probably 24, and at this time I was 29 or 30, and she sits down next to me and just says, "Oh, hi, I'm so and so." And it was just all too good to be true. It was like somebody paid her to come and sit next to me, like it was a setup already, whatever. So anyway, we kind
Aw.
of became friends, and she goes, "Oh, you were sitting here by yourself, and I'm here by myself. I just thought I'd come over to introduce myself." And I go, "Oh, yeah, that's great." And I'm Rob, and this and that. And oh, what do you do? And I said, "Oh, I'm a comedian. I'm in a theater." And she goes, "Oh, the Star Theater. I know that." She goes, "I'll come to your show." So anyway, we kind of became friendly, and then she goes, "Do you want to go out?" And never in my life, well, there was only the second time a girl ever asked me out. And so
Aw.
immediately, I don't care if you could be like a nun, and I'll be like, yes, well, especially if you're a nun, because that's kind of hot. But anyway, so we end
Oh
up
my
going to
god.
dinner, and I go over to her house, and we watch The Lion King. And I'd never seen it. And we're
Aw.
watching The Lion King, and we're watching it and watching it, and she's sitting next to me in like a sundress with her milky white legs. And I can't pay attention
Okay.
to the movie. And I'm like, I'm at her house. She invited me here. Is this a date? What's happening? And then she goes, do you want to spend the night? And I go, yeah, I'd love to spend the night. And she goes, okay, I've got to go to bed really early, so I'm going to go to bed. But when you're ready, here's the guest room. And I was like, bullshit.
Rip.
So then she wakes up, and it turns out she's a school teacher, and she has to go teach at like 7 in the morning or whatever. So I don't think I slept at all. I was like, when's the knock? When's the knock at my door coming?
Right? Just
And
waiting.
she goes, I'm so glad that you stayed the night, and I'm so glad that you didn't do anything, like try to make a move on me or anything. Would you like to come over again tonight when you can make a move on me? And I go, yeah, I'd like that. So I go over to her house the next day, and what led to this story? Oh, The Lion King. So I go over to her house the next day, and her parents are there in the
Oh
house already. Like
God.
I knock, knock, knock. Oh, hi, Rob. This is my parents. And I'm like, what is happening? I go, are we getting married this afternoon? What's going on? Like it's just all happening. And then so they go, oh, we heard about you, Robin. We wanted to take you out to lunch. And I said, okay. So we all go to lunch, and we're in like a convertible, which I hate convertibles, especially when you live in Phoenix, Arizona. So they're driving in like this Mercedes or whatever. They were rich or something. I don't know. But it was a nice car. And they're in the front and we're in the back. And she's like rubbing my legs and my crotch and everything in her parents. I think she thought it was kind of like, I'm going to get away with
Wild.
this. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So we go out to lunch, and I'm, with my 12 napkins on my boner, and I can't calm down. And so then we go to lunch, and then it was all fine. And then we go back to her house, and her parents leave. And she goes, I'm so sorry. I'm not feeling well. She goes, I don't know what we ate, and we did eat like seafood or something. She says,
Mhm.
she goes, I don't want you to think that I'm doing this because I don't like you or whatever. It's totally the opposite. I think I'm going to be sick, and I'd rather you left. And I said, okay. So I left, and I went home, and I got sick. So I knew
Oh
she wasn't
no.
lying. Yeah, we got sick. So then
Gross.
she called me up a couple days later, and she goes, oh, and I go, I got sick too. And she goes, yeah, that was pretty bad. I don't know what happened there. But and I said something like, "Thanks for having your parents take us out and poison us. That was fun," or whatever. She laughed, and then I she taught. We lived in Phoenix, but she taught in like a town away, like a 40-minute drive away.
Wow.
And then she called me up a couple days later, and she goes, "Oh well, we can't see each other anymore for a while." And I go, "Why is that?" And she goes, "Well, I have to go away for a little bit." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" And she was like a kindergarten teacher, and
Mhm.
she had yanked a student's arm too hard by trying to get him in line or do something, like I don't know the full
Right.
details.
Yeah.
She went to jail. She yeah, she went to
No
jail for
way!
like 6 months, and then I never heard from her again.
Why didn't you put a ring on that?
Right? I don't know. She was cute, and she had red
Rob,
hair,
you
and
should have locked it down.
she was well.
I'm
I don't believe in that.
I'm disappointed in you. You should I don't give a shit. You should have locked that shit
There's
down
right. Oh, the
with,
crazy
like, a
child
half
beater.
shirt
That's who I
and
should
a
have
ring.
locked that down.
No, but it's it probably wasn't that bad, but
No,
you
no,
know
it wasn't.
how people are today. "You bruised my child, you should go to jail." I agree, people shouldn't hit children, so don't anybody take this out of context, chat. But all
Chat.
I'm saying is that there are parents out there nowadays that, do overblow accusations
Yeah,
against teachers, and sometimes I've seen kids at my kids' school, they're fucking little shits. If they were
yeah,
my kids, you know what I'm saying? Okay, alright, that's all I'll say on it before I make enemies.
yeah. Well, I
Oh, man,
believe
Rob, I'm
parents
sorry
should
that
be able
happened to
to.
you.
I believe, huh?
I'm sorry that you didn't get the
Oh,
girl in the
right. Oh, yeah. I was so. I mean, out of all the ones that got away, even for just a little bit. Now, I'm not talking about marrying her or anything, but I never even got to do anything, and
Right.
I'm still disappointed. How long's it been? 20 years ago. So yeah. So
He's
oh
probably
man.
lying and she just hangs out in the back room while he talks to us. His crazy redheaded wife. You.
Oh, you mean?
I'm talking to chat.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
She would be
Chat.
there.
Rob is probably lying to us, and his redheaded wife, his crazy redheaded wife, is hanging out in the other room.
Yeah, she's laughing right now, like, oh, they don't really know about me. Oh, what was her name? Oh, if you said it, I'd go, yeah, that's it. But we were gonna guess 4,000 names.
Casey.
Um. Oh, I can.
Ginger. For
It was Ginger. She did have. She did have. She's beating her children right now. She did have a name that was like, oh yes, of
Margaret.
course that's what your name was, like Amy or something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh man, I can't.
Jennifer.
It
Jessica.
wasn't Jennifer because I
Ashley.
did have a girlfriend who was called Jennifer. Uh,
May.
May,
April.
Mary Ann. No, she's the
Marianne.
brunette. May, April. Um,
Um, Tabitha.
no, it wasn't. It wasn't any. It was a normal. It was quote unquote
I was giving you normal
like
names.
Heather. Tabitha's
Oh,
kind
Heather.
of exotic.
Oh,
Katie
look, I had
Lynn.
a best friend growing well, not a best friend, but a good friend growing up named Tabitha. She was awesome. So don't you hate on that name.
I don't hate
Okay.
on it.
Jessie?
No, no, it wasn't. It wasn't.
Shannon.
It wasn't Shannon. Oh.
Georgia. I don't know.
See, because the reality of it is, I
You know what
only
I'm
knew
doing?
her.
I'm naming
I
redheads I've known in my life.
I only knew her for like a week, and I didn't have sex with
Rachel.
her, so we didn't bond. So that I forgot her name. Have I forgot names of girls I have had sex with? Either that or I never knew their name.
Probably.
Yeah. Um. Shannon. No.
Oh,
Uh.
Drake brings up a funny thing. I'm gonna change the subject now.
Free game. Okay.
So he has had 3 girlfriends named Shannon. Would you believe me if I told you before my husband and I got married, he had a longtime high school girlfriend named Robin, but she spelled it with an I. So when we first got together, like all his friends and stuff, if they would write, something to us, they would spell my name with an I also, which drives me bonkers. But it was cute, and I was like, "Oh, they think I'm your old girlfriend." I still pick on him about it to this day. But yeah.
I have a joke in my act that I think I've told you this before, that I had a girlfriend named Christy, and then I had another girlfriend named Christy, but one spelled it with a C and one spelled it with a K.
Mhm.
And I always used to feel so comfortable because in case I yell out the wrong name in bed, she's not gonna know. Except for that I'm
Mhm.
so stupid because I get in the throes of past and I'm like, oh yeah, oh Christy with a K. Yeah.
My brother dated 2 girls sequentially named Crystal, one with a C and one with a K. Crystal, though. And now he's dating a new girl. Her name is Casey, not that far off. And my mom accidentally calls her Crystal
Oh
all the
Jesus.
time.
Oh.
Yeah, like we'll be at dinner and she'll be like, "Hey, Crystal, can you pass Casey?" And I'm like, "Mom, stop."
So
But I mean, it's my brother's fault.
my neighbor Randy, who is super nice, and he's lives right in the next house, and he has in the last decade cycled through about 3 women individually. They all know each other, but they're never there at the same time, and
Oh
they
god.
mostly look similar. So I panic every time one of
Are
them's there.
you Jennifer?
Because and they go, "Hey Rob, how you doing?" And it's that total thing right out of a comedy script where I go, "Hey you," or whatever, and I'm just
How
waiting
you
for the day to
doing?
go. You don't know, and it's like um, Kathy's one of them, Brenda's one of them, and Debbie or whatever their names are, because it doesn't fucking matter. Because I can't lock down, and then by the time I lock in their face and their name, then they're gone, and the next one's moved in, right?
Right. Oh, rude.
So it's I'm totally waiting for the day where it's gonna be where one of them just looks at me and goes, "You don't know my name, do you? You don't know which one I
Mhm.
am, do you?" Because my mom
That's
finally got it down, like she figured it out. She was trying to coach me for a while, but luckily now it's COVID and I don't see him very much
right, yeah.
outside.
No, my mom was terrible.
But yeah, that's the
Horrible. My
worst.
dad was worse. Like, when my dad was alive, he couldn't remember people's names, even mine, and I'm his child. He would be looking at me. I'm his only daughter,
Are
and he
you
would be
though?
like, "Carl, I mean, John, I mean, Joey, I mean, Robin," and I'm like, Dad, dude, I'm your only fucking daughter. How do you have to go through all my brother's names before you get to mine? That doesn't make any sense. It used
Yeah.
to drive me crazy. People are weird though. My dad had a lot of, he drank too much
He
and
had the
all
heat.
that.
He had a little heat.
Yeah. It is what it is.
Blame it on your age.
He wasn't even that old. Like, I my dad was born in 1955 and he passed away in, I wanna say it was 2016. It might have been 2015. I don't even remember. So do the math. He wasn't even that, he was like 60 something. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
not even that old. Super
Right.
young. I consider that. Like, that's still pretty fucking young
God
to
bless you.
be. Yeah.
I don't
Mhm.
believe in that. I still say it. People like it.
Yeah.
My daughter has dated 3 Ryans, and we screw up and call her current boyfriend Ryan instead of Tyler.
Yeah, that's exactly what my mom
Yeah.
does with Casey, and I feel so, because I really like Casey, she's really nice. Um, I mean, I've, for the most part, always, like, got along with my brother's girlfriends. This brother in particular, he dates, well, we have the most in common, like, he's nerdy like I am or whatever. So he tends to date girls who are, in the same demographic, if you will.
Right.
And I've always gotten along with him, but I really like Casey. Like, she's super nice, and, like, the first time she came over, she, like, interacted with my kids and was, sort of like auntie with them, whatever, and I really like that. That was really cool. So she's really nice and I like her. So I wish my mom would stop, doing this because
Yeah.
she might ruin it for my brother.
Right.
Why does your mom always call me Crystal? Oh my god. It's
Yeah, I mean, but you
terrible.
you can totally. I mean, he could just play. He can be like, "Mom." She doesn't
Yeah,
know.
yeah, she's senile.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's messed up. My mom is pretty, she still has all her wits about her, so I don't even, she's not that old. I don't know how
And
old
how
my
old is
mom
she?
is.
65.
She's 63, I think, maybe 62. She was 31 when she had me, and I'm 32, so she's 63. Yeah,
Okay.
63, give or take,
Math's good. Yay!
Oh, yay.
Congratulations.
So, yeah, she still has all her wits about her, nothing, she's not a drinker, she's not a smoker, you know what I mean? So, she's fine.
Square.
She's good. I don't know why she can't remember Casey's name.
How come I can't make a square? Oh, because your thumbs aren't as long as your. My square has a hole in it.
Everyone should wear name tags on their COVID masks.
Yeah. Oh,
So
I
on
have one that says
public.
Rob. I took a Sharpie and wrote it on there from the doctor's office.
Nice.
But nobody's
I'm
nobody's
totally gonna
forgetting
steal
my
that
name.
idea. Thanks, Drake. Thanks, Drake. I love it. This is I have a label maker, so I could just label everybody's masks.
I like that. That's just within reach of where you are. It's just,
I know,
I
I
have a
really like,
can of
my desk
air.
is so I can keep, like, a lot of stuff right here within arm's reach, like my label
I've got a
maker.
remote that has a red button and 4 gray buttons that I don't even know what it's for in my house. I don't know.
A hair tie. A hair tie always within reach.
I have
There's a cat toy up here for some reason.
I have a
The kitty cat
Gatorade
toy.
and I have 2 Gatorade caps. Don't
Mhm.
know.
I got my soda.
Got these
And
TV
also,
remotes right here like that.
be Robin without a bottle of water, which I always have on hand.
I've got
Let's bring
a
that mic.
mug of my mug.
I want a mug with my face on it. Does that sound egotistical? It
Yes, it
does,
does.
doesn't it?
I know it is because I'm the guy doing it. Here's my mug on a piece of paper.
That's funny.
But in Gorgio drew.
Mug with your
Ever
mug
since I
on it.
showed it on stream before, it's not moved from my desk. I have Marvel superheroes.
Nice. I had some of my D&D books here the other day when we were showing them off, or I had them for my stream. I don't remember.
Whoa, what's that?
Little Star Trek tattoo.
I got a Donald
I
Trump check, $1,200
God.
already cashed.
I want a new
They're supposed to
I
get
need
us
a new
another one,
tattoo.
aren't they? Don't we get another one? I want another one.
So my husband knows more about this because he, like, reads the news and stuff, and I don't. But I guess Congress, um, was dismissed before they reached
Yeah.
an agreement on it. So I don't know what that means. Maybe there won't be another stimulus.
Balls.
Thanks to 2024. I don't
Next
even
Tui.
understand
Don't forget,
how
everybody,
that.
next Tui 2024.
But we're gonna be the president and vice president of America in 2024. They were gonna take a vacation. Sure. Free puppies this time, not
Messi
cash.
is gonna be
Yay!
Messi's gonna be the first man.
Yeah, the first man.
And I probably, if it becomes a serious,
Gentleman.
I'm gonna have to get married because they don't like single people in the White House. They don't like it.
So, hear me out, Rob.
Okay.
So you know how the wife of the president is called the first lady, right? Wouldn't a cooler title for the husband of the president, if that were ever to happen, be called the first lord? Like lords and ladies?
Yeah,
That
except for
sounds way cooler.
So here's why that won't happen is because that's uniquely British, and this country is founded on fuck Britain. So that
Oh.
won't happen. He'll be
It's
the
not
first,
uniquely
the
British,
first
though.
gentleman.
French court, they had lords.
Well, but it's
Spanish
the
court, they had
first
lords.
gentleman. It's already been
That's a different
discussed with
word.
people because of in case
Well,
Hillary Clinton won, Bill Clinton would have been the first gentleman.
I still think first lord sounds really fucking cool.
Lord and Lady Douchebag. Remember that? That's from Saturday Night Live.
No, I don't.
Moscow Mitch.
The only thing I remember from Saturday Night Live, because I didn't really watch it that much, but the most memorable skit to me were the skits with Stewart. Let me do it. I want to do it.
No, I'm
Let me touch
sorry.
it.
Stewart on Saturday Night Live was Al Franken, and he wore a sweater, and his bit was because you're good enough, you're smart enough, and doggone it, people like you. The Stewart you're talking about, how dare you, is from Mad TV.
Oh, well, same thing.
Now don't you dare say same thing. It's the same thing.
Okay, my bad.
I never watched Mad TV, even though I like Artie Johnson, but I have seen that Stewart bit where he's like, and his mom is Mo Gaffney, I think, in the show, and he's like, he's got like a Spider-Man outfit on, and she's like, "Come on, let's go."
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah, they were
wanna do
trick or treating.
it.
He wanted to ring the doorbell. I
I
don't know.
have
That
seen
one
that.
was like, I've seen it and I've never forgotten it. I don't know why. It's
That's
just
Mad
the
TV.
voice that he does. It's so funny. He's like a grown ass man being a little kid. And I was like, I'm gonna be like that someday. That's me.
Did you
Never
guys watch
lose your inner child.
Oh, should I show the Mel Gibson? Not the Mel Gibson. It's not Mel Gibson. It's Russell Crowe. Should I show the Russell Crowe video? Did you watch it? In my stream, I posted it earlier. Here, I'll show it to everybody right now.
I did not watch it.
It's 55 seconds, and I think it's hilarious. So I'll just show it to everybody right now. Hold on a second. Let me find it. It's 55 seconds, everybody. It should be funny. Here we go. Let's show it. This media could not be played. What the fuck are you talking about? Unhinged.
That means they took it down from Twitter, whatever.
No, they wouldn't do that. So
the heart of the cinema experience.
Here we go.
They say there is a catalyst at the heart of the cinema experience, a social contract,
I can't hear the audio,
a binding dynamic power that lifts the cinematic experience into a realm.
Sorry, guys. Here, I can fix that. I'll share I can share my.
Oh yeah, do
right?
that. I'm
Remember,
sorry.
we figured out how to do that.
For me, whenever I'm in VC, I can't hear anything else. So.
All right.
It like jacks all the audio or something. I don't know.
Let's see if you can hear this now, and I'll go back and play it. Okay.
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 I see it.
Realm of intimate connection between the audience and the
Okay.
They say there is a catalyst at the heart of the cinema experience, a social contract, a binding dynamic power that lifts the cinematic experience into a realm of intimate connection between the audience and the screen and the stars in the heavens beyond. They say. But who are they? Some conceited, pretentious fuckwads who try to piss in your pocket and tell you it's raining. Well, fuck that shit. I got a movie coming out. It's called Unhinged. I'm not fucking with you. It's called Unhinged. And it's gonna be in cinemas. Off you go.
I fucking love
This is
that.
good. I'll watch
I
it.
think all movies previews should be just like that.
Yes.
I do agree that that is funny.
Okay. I have a question, and it's gonna sound dumb.
Okay.
Is that the guy from Waterworld?
No, so that's the guy from Gladiator.
Oh, okay.
The guy
Was he
he's
also in the movie called Noah, about Noah building an ark with Emma Watson in it?
I
Have
don't
you
know
seen
about
that one?
that,
It's a really good movie
but
for
the
a,
guy from
you know,
Waterworld
religious.
is Kevin Costner.
Oh, okay. They kind of look the same.
They're kind of like the same. How dare you?
They kind of look the same, kind of. But I mean, the guy in Waterworld, you know, big beard and long hair and Wilson. Am I thinking the right movie? No,
That's
that's
Tom
Castaway. Was he in
Hanks.
Castaway?
Castaway is
Oh,
Tom
okay.
Hanks. Castaway is the same person that's the train conductor in that Russell or the Express movie we were just talking about, the Christmas one that your kids will watch. Man,
I
you just
remember
dig yourself into
Waterworld
these
though.
movie holes.
That one had the I mean the whole earth was covered in water,
Yeah,
and there was
that's
like the girl that he had to like save or something like
yeah,
that. It's
that's
been a
Jean
long time
Travolta.
since I've
She
seen it.
played the
Okay.
wife in The Firm, but
Okay. I
she's
have
his.
seen Waterworld.
Yeah, Waterworld's like one of
Okay.
the worst movies ever. I think probably.
What? I didn't think it
Yeah.
was that bad. Okay, I was thinking of Castaway. He's not in Castaway. He was the guy in Noah though. Someone confirmed in
Oh
chat
yeah,
for
I
me.
don't think
Look,
I
I
haven't
don't know
seen Noah.
famous
I tend to
people like
not
you guys
watch
do.
biblical movies. I don't do it.
Okay, but I understand that. I don't generally watch biblical movies either, but Noah was a really good movie. Like really good because they included a lot of stuff that's considered kind of heretical. That's from like the Dead Sea Scrolls and stuff,
Yeah.
like with the giants, and I don't know. It's really good. Unless you're actually really religious, then you probably won't like it because it's so out there. But it's really good.
Out there.
It's really
The
out
worst
there
movie I've
for
seen
a
is The
biblical.
Happening. I want my 2 hours back. What is The Happening? I don't
I
even
don't
know.
think I've seen that one. But
Uh,
Emma Watson, I'll watch any movie if Emma Watson is in it. I love her. Love her.
now I
The
don't
best
get
movie I ever saw her in is called Colonia. You should watch it if you like thrillers. It's kinda, yeah, it's a good movie.
who's the actress, everybody, that that used to be married to Kenneth Branagh, and her name is Emma Thompson. So they're not even, the only thing that makes them similar is they're female named Emma. Otherwise they're
Right.
completely different people. But I transpose every time somebody says one of their names or the other, I think of the other person and I'm like, Emma Watson was in, some movie that Emma Thompson was in. I'm like, no, I don't think so. And then you're confusing it.
I know. It's crazy. Emma Watson as in Hermione from
Right.
Harry Potter,
As in the
which for the
30-year-old, not
record
the
is not
65-year-old.
her
Yeah.
best role ever. I know that that's like the role that made her famous or whatever, but she's done a lot of good movies since being in Harry Potter. Colonia is like the best one. It's really good. She was also in this movie with Tom Hanks. And I know that because he was Forrest Gump. Right? Tom
Yeah.
Hanks is Forrest Gump.
Yeah,
Anyways,
and
I'm pretty
Castaway,
sure
yeah.
he's the same guy in this movie. So this movie is called The Circle, and that has Emma Watson and Tom Hanks in it. It was all right. I
Oh
liked
yeah,
Colonia.
I saw that. It was the one. It was like corporate something, and
Yeah,
we're
like corporate,
Facebook.
like
We're
Facebook
Facebook.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
That's from like 2017. Yeah.
yeah. It was all right, but Colonia is a really good movie.
Colonia.
Yep. And Noah. Noah was amazing. Anyways, the point being, I'll see a movie if Emma Watson's in it because I really like her.
Me too. She's young and smart and pretty.
Uh-huh.
I like that. So speaking of young and smart and pretty, let me get on my Tinder really quick. Okay, no messages. Okay. All right. Trolling the 18 to 25s.
McClancy wants to know what's the damn token mod he needs to buy on DM's Guild. Hagrid's token mod, maybe?
Oh yeah. Yes, it's called. Hold on, I'll get you the
Spell
link.
tokens.
I'll get
5e
you the
spell
link.
tokens.
If you go to Google and type in 5e, as Robin says, spell tokens 2.0, you will definitely find it. So,
Is there like a different? Do I need to rebuy it? Do you make a new one?
well, if you already bought it, he did update it, so you might need to go down the latest version. But there's the link, and
Yeah.
it's this right here. Here it is, right here, like that, like this, and like that, and like this, and like that, like that. Okay.
Like this and like that. Holy crap! It's already
Oh my
9:10.
God, I'm gonna get you to say that all the time now.
Like this and like that. I already do.
Do you?
Thanks, Rob. Yeah. Sometimes when I say thanks, your voice pops into my head the way you say it.
Yeah.
So then I say thanks.
I become so elated when for the first time someone that's in a game with me or in voice chat or even typing in the chat in the Twitch or whatever, a phrase that I say multiple times a day that they've never said comes up, and I'm like, oh, they finally are saying. Like, I get crazy. It's so awesome.
Yeah.
And then I say stuff that I don't even know I'm saying over and over all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, like
you
bitches
do.
is one. I know I say that, but
Like
this and
and,
like
oh,
this and
and
like
bam.
that. And bam, yeah. People think I
Bam.
stole that from Emerald. Do you know who Emerald is?
Uh-uh.
Chef. He's a chef, and he says bam. That's one of his like little trademark. But I was saying this in like 1980 when I was 14. Yeah.
I don't think I have any like, I guess catchphrases, if you would call it that. Is there anything that I say?
You probably do.
Oh yeah, I do. I can't help that. It's like a verbal tick almost.
What else do you do? A lot of it is typing, though. A lot of it isn't. We don't hear you say it, but you use the same funny phrases in your typing and stuff. Behoove, that's new for me. I just started with that.
It's such a good word.
Oh, Drake, yeah, pop out. So before the game on Saturday, when I call everybody on VC, I used to have to pop their cameras out. It does it automatically for me now, and so I would go pop out, and then people are like, what? Pop out what? What are you talking about?
That's funny. I say bitches all the time, just not with y'all.
Yeah.
Ooh, I say y'all all the time. I can thank my husband's family for that because I didn't really say it very much until I met them. But I say y'all. It's a really fast way to say everybody.
Y'all. Yeah. A really weird thing about y'all is I don't say it much, but I do type it.
Yeah, I type it a lot too. It's faster than typing everybody. Hey everybody, or hey y'all. So it's like just so easy.
I started this in the Army, crotch craping crotch craper. I say that sometimes.
Gross.
But it's C crotch, craping with a K, C crotch, and then craper with a K. So it's not CCCC, it's CKCK, crotch craping crotch craper. And I have no idea what the origin was. I think we were playing D&D in like 1987. And we were in the Army when there's crammed in some barracks in Korea, like with Dragonlance maps spread out in front of us. And he goes, we're going to go, you guys need to go from here to here. And I was like, it just came out. I was like, oh, crotch craping, crotch craper. And they were like, what's that? What did you just say? What is that? And I'm like, what did I say? And they go, crotch craping, crotch craper. I go, I don't know what that is. And they go, you have to say that all the time. And I go, okay. And then I did. And it's just stuck my whole life.
That's funny.
What else do you say?
Army ruined handshaking for me. Because like when Scott and I were in the Army, H1N1 was really big. I don't know if you remember that virus, but it was like pre-COVID.
Right.
So we had like all of this training on it when it was getting big in the US. It didn't even get as big as COVID. But anyways, so they taught us, or it was a joke, I don't remember, but they were like, instead of shaking people's hands, you can bump elbows.
Yeah.
And so we were all, privates and specialists at the time. And people would go out to their smoke break and everybody be joking around, smoking and joking. And we would all bump elbows, H1N1, H1N1. Like we thought we were so funny. And now whenever, like if I accidentally bump somebody's elbows, I think it, or whenever I see people shaking hands or like a slide of artwork of, people shaking hands because that's how they present you everything in the army. Now that's all I think of is H1N1 and do the elbow bump or
Yeah.
the toe tap. You can tap toes and it's equally as effective.
And
H1N1.
Rob, why are we arresting you for sexual assault? My commander told me to bump uglies. It's elbows, moron. It's not uglies. Yeah.
Exactly.
H1N1 didn't become a big thing in the U.S. because the leadership at the time knew what they were doing. Okay, I'm done.
Right, yeah, it didn't get anywhere near, and that's the thing, because we got all this training on it, and we were like, "Oh god, everybody's gonna die." It's like, zombie apocalypse, that's what we were expecting, and then nothing happened, and then, many years later, COVID happened, and it was like, why they could stop H1N1, but they couldn't stop COVID-19.
Well, they
Okay,
could stop it, but it was not stopped, and so now we have almost 200 dead thousand people. Let me say that again the same way I said it. 200 dead thousand people. That's what I said.
Oh.
200 dead
I thought it
thousand.
was more
It's a
than
new
that.
number.
Am I watching the wrong news? I thought it was way more than that.
Well, there's 5 in the U.S. So in the
200,000
U.S. there's about
deaths.
175,000 dead people. There's over 5 million cases.
Right. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm
And
conflating the two.
on planet Earth, there's about 600 and some thousand people. And the United States, with 4% of Earth's population, has 25% of the deaths.
Right.
But Donald Trump's the greatest president
population-
ever. I just want to be clear. He's the man. You should definitely vote for him because he's doing everything right. Donald Trump. You heard it from me. Best president ever. Get his face on Mount
Gross.
Rushmore. Let's make it happen.
No.
Gross. That's funny.
He
sent me
You're wrong though.
$1,200.
The population of Earth is something like close to 7 billion now. You said
7.2 billion. And we have 335
said,
million. So it's 4%.
Okay. You just misspoke, that's all.
Oh, what did I say?
Earlier, when you were talking about the population of Earth, you said 600,000. And I was like, no, that's not right.
600,000 deaths from COVID on planet Earth. Yeah.
I see. Okay.
I didn't misspeak. You misheard. Let's just be. I
did mishear. The population of Earth is like 7 billion.
Oh, it's up to 75. It's up to 3/4 of a million now.
Oh man, it's sad.
Ahoy ahoy, ahoy ahoy, Rob Tui in chat.
It's really sad.
I am Dave Johnson. So yeah,
I don't like thinking about it.
So we've got 25% of the deaths and only 4% of the people. So what does that say?
Yeah.
You know what it says.
Yeah, well, there's people I even saw today. I went to the grocery store today because I had to. We ran out of milk. And usually I'm very diligent about buying things when I plan out my shopping trips and ensure that I buy enough so that I don't have to go again for another week, or sometimes I'll do 2 weeks. I'm very, very diligent about it, but we ran out of milk. So, shit hits the fan when we run out of milk here because everybody here eats cereal. My little 2-year-old likes drinking milk. So I had to go to the store to get milk. Long story short. And I was parking, and there were these 2 older gentlemen in the parking lot, no masks. One walked up to the other and was like, hey, had this look like, haven't seen you in a long time. I couldn't hear them. My car windows were up, so I invented their conversation. But, it went like, hey, haven't seen you in a long time. And they shook hands, and they're like just sitting there, chit-chatting in the parking lot. And then I go into the grocery store, and they have people at the front to make sure you're wearing masks to go into the grocery store. But when I was walking in the aisles, there are people who have their masks like pulled down.
Yeah.
Like, this is how it spreads. Do people not? I mean, I know the masks are not 100% effective. I'm not stupid. But still, any precaution is better than no precaution. You know what I mean? It really irks me that people don't care. There's so many people, especially around where I live, that just don't give a shit. Nobody cares. People were having a block party right on our block like 2 days ago. It drove me crazy. There was like 50 people on my block. Why?
Yeah.
Why?
When I see people with their mask on their chin, I don't do it, but I want to pull my underwear down and go, I don't wear my underwear like this.
It's just like junk hanging out.
Yeah, it's not effective. You got to pull that shit up right up here above your nose.
Yeah. So it really irks me. Like, the block party really, 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 really pushed my buttons. And then today we took our dog for a walk, and there was multiple families at the park. We have to walk through part of a park, like to the next to the park. The bike path goes next to the park. And there were like 2 or 3 families just hanging out, no masks. Their children were all playing on the playground equipment. And, we're just walking our dog, minding our own business. And I don't know, just little things like that. Like, I just don't think that that's wise. I get it. You need to get your kids out of the house. I totally understand that. I take my kids out. I'll take them out like and go for a walk through the neighborhood or whatever. But we don't need to be having meetings at the playground and having play dates at the playground. It just seems irresponsible. You know what I'm saying?
The dumbification of America just always astounds me. But I watched an interview with a kid from ASU. He was in Tempe, Arizona, and they were interviewing him. And they go, "Why don't you have a mask?" And he goes, "Oh, I think it's," and his kid's probably 20 or whatever. He goes, "I think it's a placebo. I don't really think it's needed or whatever." And he goes, "Well, do you know anybody that's been sick?" And he's like, "Oh, my uncle died of COVID." And I was like, "What?" His fucking family member died of the disease, and he doesn't think it's real. And there's all kinds of people I hear all the time, "Oh, it's a hoax. It's government bullshit. It's not even a real thing."
Yeah, no, that's
And I'm like,
crazy.
you know what? You should have a license to be stupid. Like if you're, I'm pretty much for sterilization of stupid people. I
That's
mean,
messed up.
let's just get right to it. Yeah.
Yeah, it really irks me.
Condoms are 98% best. Yeah.
Yeah, my
So
brother
we
had a
might as well not use
coworker
it.
who had COVID, and that was like a big scare.
Who did?
'Cause like my brother had a coworker
Oh yeah.
who tested positive for COVID. So that was a really big scare because, he was like, "Well, sometimes when I'm in the back, I don't wear my mask. So, I don't know. I could have gotten it from her." Um, so it really hurt. Like it really hit him hard how he felt so reckless
Yeah.
just from like not wearing his mask in the back of like where he works at a dog kennel, where they board people's dogs and then they have like a dog daycare thing and that kind of place. So they don't he works in the back with the dogs.
Yeah.
He doesn't interact with people. He's a handler. Um, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Yeah, he's a handler. He doesn't work like the front desk checking people in or out or anything like that. But he was still like, well, sometimes when I'm in the back with the dogs or whatever, I don't wear my mask because I'm just in the playroom with the dogs or I'm outside with all the dogs and nobody else is there. It's my turn to do my group of dogs or whatever.
Right.
And he was like beating himself up over this because his coworker had COVID.
Yeah.
It's like if only more people cared as much as you do.
Right,
We're
exactly.
as conscious
And
of
Scuba,
it.
you're right. People fail to realize that the mask you're wearing is for me, and mine is
Yeah,
for
it's for
you.
other
Yeah.
people.
It's not,
Yeah.
it's like, I'm never going to get that, and even if I do, I'm strong, I'll beat it. Well, fuck you, I won't, so don't fucking give it to me, asshole. And then I want to
Right.
shoot him in the face. That's illegal. You can't kill people. You're not allowed
Right.
to.
And I mean, like, my thing is, I have a 2-year-old who has not received a full childhood of, life of immunizations.
Right.
He's still on his immunization schedule and hasn't gotten all of them. And, so he is technically,
Vulnerable, yeah.
immune vulnerable because he's so young. He's 2 years old, like he's barely got an immune system. And so like that's why these things irk me so much because people are so careless
Yeah.
and they don't give a shit. What about newborn babies who have like no fucking immune system?
Right.
So if you're out in public and a woman or, a husband is shopping and he goes home to his wife and they have a newborn baby, you could kill that baby
Yeah.
by giving it COVID.
Yeah.
Or, people who live with their grandparents and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Right. This is all good reasons to operate my new life plan, which is never leave the house.
Right? I know. We
Never leave
tried,
the
man.
house.
We were getting our groceries delivered, but then they like kept fucking up our orders and it really irked us. So now I'm doing once a week grocery trips, which I hate. And I really want to go back to just getting all of our groceries delivered. Anything else we need, we'll order on Amazon. That is the fucking life, man. You don't need to go out. Just have
No, you
people
don't.
bring everything to your house.
Yeah, and the closest I get to people is drive-through window, which all the
Mhm.
places have a plexiglass thing, and plus all the people inside are wearing masks
And gloves now to handle
and
your debit
gloves.
card.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Even though that, I mean, I'm happy that they're making an effort, but if they truly want to do that right, they have to change gloves after everything
Yeah,
they touch.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. And they don't.
And they don't, but it's fine. So, and then Walmart, the guy that brings my, or gal that brings my drinks, I'm a drunk, I didn't tell you, that brings my groceries out to the car, they have a mask and
Yeah,
gloves, and they do,
thank
they're
God.
really good. They go, "Can I sign for you?" And I go, "Yeah," and then they sign it, and they go in the back
Aw.
and they open the door, and they, for a while, for about 3 weeks, they didn't want to open the door. I had to get out of the car. So you get to
Yeah, I remember
Walmart.
you telling me
Yeah,
that.
you get there, and there's a fucking giant sign that says "Do not exit your vehicle," and then they go, "Sir, could you get out and open the back?" And I'm like, "The sign says," and they go, "Yeah, but we had one customer." This girl, she goes, "We had one individual complain, and they changed the policy." And I go, "Well, they need to change it back," and they did.
Mhm.
Um,
It's like that at our doctor's office too, and also our optometrist. We had to recently do all this crap. So when you park in the lot, they have numbers above the lots, above the spaces now, hanging from the roof or whatever.
yeah,
And then big signs, call when you arrive, and then we'll call you
right,
when you can come in. And I was like, oh, that's cool. I don't even have to sit in the waiting room.
yeah,
Love it. Because I hate waiting rooms so much. It's like my least favorite part about going to the doctor or the dentist or the optometrist is waiting rooms, because with a 2-year-old in tow, he goes fucking bonkers and he wants to like grab everything and touch other people, and sometimes I can't control him. I try my damnedest, but like he's digging in some lady's purse and I have to fucking
Oh
stop this.
Jesus!
You know
Oh
what I
my
mean? And
God!
that I'm exaggerating, but it does get,
Yeah,
it's crazy. Some 2-year-olds are grabby, curious little motherfuckers.
yeah,
So
they
I
are.
hate sitting in waiting rooms, because the alternative is I put on like some baby video on my phone and pray that that will entertain him
Yeah,
enough while we wait 20 minutes, because even though you arrive 10 minutes early or whatever, they still wait until 20 minutes after your appointment time to fucking see you. It drives me crazy. I
yeah.
hate waiting rooms. Hate them so much. Okay,
GWD, you're right. Outside is overrated. That's totally true. It's overrated. You
that's
don't
right.
need it. Um, yeah. So, I'm scared. I'm scared to death about tomorrow because I have to go to the. I have to. I'm the because I have to get a special ultrasound. I
Mhm.
can't go to the ultrasound office at like the doctor's office. I have to go to the hospital.
Oh,
And
that
I'm only
sucks.
allowed to go to a hospital if I'm the patient, which in the case I am. Like if I have a sick friend, I can't go visit him. It's too risky. I'll get
Right.
not even COVID, just anything, because
Yeah.
I'm immunosuppressed, right? I'm like fucking I'm
Yeah.
John Travolta in the 1976 movie Boy in the Plastic Bubble. But
Oh.
I can't live my life that way, so I take some risks. But especially now, Benadryl is mom's
I
best
just
friend.
read that. That's
Just
why I
drug your
smiled.
kids, man. Just give them a little. Just give them a little nip right before you go out. Here, what's that? What's that? Where are you? What is he drinking? Goldschlager, whatever. Don't pay attention. Um, yeah. So I have to go to the hospital tomorrow, and it's gonna be a little nerve wracking. But I'm sure they have all their protocols and whatever,
Yeah.
and they know when I walk in the
You'll
front
probably
door.
have to,
Yeah,
yeah, I was gonna say they'll
they'll
probably
understand.
meter the waiting room or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know how that works, but I'm supposed to be there at 7:45, which is that doesn't even register in my whole life
Oh
universe.
god.
Yeah, and I'm probably gonna want to. I was gonna shower
It's
tonight
like
before I go to
12
bed.
hours from now for you.
I know, it is. Yep, I'm gonna go get my last meal after we get done with the show, and then I'm gonna come home and
Arby's.
maybe go to bed by 11 maybe, and get up at 6:30 or whatever.
My husband loves Arby's, by the way, so you can make him jealous that you're getting Arby's. I hate Arby's. I don't like it.
Oh, it's
It's
good.
gross.
It's
Blah.
that's easy. It's the Moors. Ooh, I'm sorry. It's the Moops. It says Moops. That's a Seinfeld bit. But anyway,
I've never seen that much of Seinfeld. I should watch it someday.
I have all the DVDs.
I
So
bet you do.
I've not only watched them all.
You seem
Like,
like the kind of person who buys DVDs.
well, I mean, I have them from when I bought them in like 2005, right?
I forgive you.
But the cool thing about DVDs, though, in this case, is that they also have like commentary on them, and and trivia printed on the screen if you add that in, and what, and
Yeah.
you can't, like, if you go to watch them on Netflix or something, you don't get any of that. You gotta
Right.
buy the
Yeah.
DVDs.
I
So
had
yeah.
a DVD. It was The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, and it had commentary on it. And I
Yeah.
watched it once and I was like, I can't watch it like this. This is so weird.
Oh, see, that's the
But I do
fascinating
like a lot of
stuff.
the extras they put on DVDs. Like some DVDs will have like blooper reels.
Uh-huh.
I really like those. I find bloopers are hilarious. I love them. Yeah, I like stuff like behind the scenes, like a
Yep.
little, it's like a 30-minute, here's how we make all the costumes or, whatever. I like that kind of stuff. But like commentary over the movie irks me. I don't like it.
I think I
Can't watch
wouldn't
it.
like it if I'd never seen it, but if I have the movie memorized like you do Lord of the Rings, you'd think that
Right,
you'd want
yeah.
to listen and see on this day when we were filming,
Yeah.
oh, the food table tipped over and oh my God, it was a huge mess. I love all that
It'd
shit.
be better if that was just cut, it shows, whoever's talking, the director or whatever, and then they cut to a clip of what they're talking about, or maybe it's like lightly overlaid, but I don't want to watch the whole movie all the way through with commentary over it. I just don't like it. I don't know, it's weird.
Yeah, but
I
it's a
like
big thing. People
watching
like it.
behind the scenes type stuff, yeah, but I like when it's like edited and it's just the director talking and then the clip
Yeah.
plays, with like a little overlap of the audio or whatever. That's fine. I don't mind that. But, the whole movie all the way through with commentary, no thanks.
I'm a big fan of bloopers too. I've watched this Afterlife season 2 blooper reel. It's 19 minutes long, and I've watched it, I swear to God, 30 times or more. It's just
That's awesome.
I just love it.
I
You guys
watched,
haven't seen it, you should
Game
watch
of
it.
Thrones bloopers are hilarious. Those
Yeah.
ones are pretty good. Yeah, you can find them on YouTube.
I've even posted that bloopers thing in my Discord one time, like I did the Russell
Oh,
Crowe thing today.
I'm gonna
Sometimes, I
go
mean,
search it.
I'm tempted daily, like 14 times a day, to post stuff in Discord, but I hold back because I don't want that to be where people think I'm just going to do that all the time. But when I find something that's particularly funny, I exercise my Rob Toohey right to do what I want in my own private server, Robin, my own private server where no one should be bothering me, and I put what I want in there.
I agree.
Bloopers Fantasy Grounds show. Fuckity fuck fuck.
Have there ever been any, like,
No, there
egregious
can't be bloopers on
bloopers?
our show because we just start the camera and we turn it off. There's no editing. We just fucking do
True.
it like this show. It's just all 1-to-1. There's no, oh, we got to cut that out. I had
That's
this idea, and I still maybe want to do this, but I wanted to do an audio podcast called Unedited Fuckery or something, where the literal idea of the podcast was not to have music, not to have intros, not to have any production, just like this is pretty much the Twitch version of my dream, which is just find somebody who you get along with and who's fun to talk to, turn on the camera, do shit, and then turn it off. That's what we do.
Really?
This is our 14th time, I think. Or 15th
Yeah.
time.
And I think it's awesome.
It's awesome.
I don't know how chat feels about
People
it.
like it. There's at least 3 people here who like it.
Yay!
And there might be 1 or more people here watching to see if we mess up and do anything and then reporting it. I don't know.
True. There's a dog at my feet. It just bumped my chair.
Oh, I have my
I guess-
Matacurry fuck yeah dice that he gave me. It's a die,
I
not
want
a
a
dice.
fuck yeah die.
It's got fuck. And it's got yeah.
That's
Then I roll it
awesome.
and I get either a fuck or a yeah, or in this case, an 8.
There's a dog under me. I'm sorry, he's being crazy.
The dog.
My poor husband. Oh my gosh.
I have also
I like our show, Rob.
2 mice.
I have like 5 million mice because I am very cruel to my mice, as has been pointed out to me back when I was a gamer. So the story is, Rob, you don't understand because you never watched my stream back when I was gaming. But when I
How do
would
you know I
lose
didn't stalk you for
matches,
3 years first?
because I know you didn't.
Okay.
Sometimes when I would lose matches, I would get frustrated. I had anger problems sometimes Can you believe it? And I would slam my mouse down and say, "Fuck this game," and like walk away, super angry. Anyway, so I've broken a lot of mice in my day. I don't anymore because I don't play video games anymore for good reason. But anyways, I have a really nice mouse from back when I did play games. This is a
Oh,
Corsair
look at this on the side,
Scimitar.
75 buttons on the side. Oh yeah, mine's Corsair too. Look at that.
I love Corsair mouses.
These are Corsair.
If you bang them,
My
or
whole
throw
thing.
them,
Huh?
they last a lot longer than
Yeah.
Razer mice do.
My whole thing is Corsair 2580 setup I got a year ago when I built my studio.
I used to have Steel Series headphones. My keyboard is Steel Series. Let's see if I can show that to you. It lights up. It's a little dirty. It needs to be cleaned.
Yep.
I
got the light up keyboard. Yeah, look at this. Look it up, baby. It's the same thing. My mouse pad has
do we
flashing
have
little
the
lights.
same keyboard?
I told you we're the same person. You don't know that.
So Celestian, I had Logitech G600 before I bought this Corsair Scimitar mouse. But they stopped producing them. So the only ones you can get now is if a store still has some in stock from when they were producing them, or on Amazon. But I did like the Logitech G600. It's a similar mouse to this. It has buttons on the side. It's very nice. I'm a mouse enthusiast. I'm very picky about my mice.
You're a mousist.
I'm a mouse snob.
Yeah, mouse snob.
Or
nothing wrong with that.
I'm a peripheral snob. That's what they're all called. Mice, headphones, keyboard, peripherals. I'm a peripheral snob. It's true.
Peripherals.
Peripherals, which is weird when you think about it, because you think peripheral vision. They're called peripherals.
Yeah, anyways. Peripherals. I know. Who said they stopped making them? I bought one about a month ago, he says.
Right. I'm saying though they have a model number for a similar mouse, but they do not produce the G600 anymore. From what I understand. But I could be wrong. To my knowledge, though, they don't make them anymore. If you find them in the stores, it's just the store selling their old stock of them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. That happens too.
What? No.
I know. I'm not infallible.
What? No.
I'm a human, not a robot.
What? No.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Maybe I'm wrong. Would that be awesome? I'm a robot. I thought I was a robot. I was wrong. I have these two. I don't know what they're
saying. You're a gay version of me.
I don't know. I said he could say man instead of gay. I don't know why he put gay in there. He's trying to be funny. Epic fail. I don't know what these are called, but I run with them in the house.
Scissors.
Oh, you're not supposed to run with scissors. Shears.
Depending on
Shears. What's up, 1927?
I think they call them shears in good old Great Britain. I could be wrong though.
Bag of holding.
I want a bag of holding.
This has all the dice.
My dice are in Tupperware.
I think there's 20 sets of dice in here. It's crazy. And why did I buy that? Because I had to. Because I don't even use
all my dice in Tupperware. Have I shown you that?
Yeah.
My Tupperware dice? Yeah.
Separated. Okay. I'll sort it out.
Mm-hmm.
I have... you guys know what this is for. It's if you have to blow your nose. Come on.
I'm sure.
I got it. Oh, I can't. I wish I could take this camera. I gotta.
I know. I feel like that all the time because I want to show you my D&D shelf, which is over here. Am I right? But I can't.
I'm gonna take a picture with my phone in the other room, and I'll bring it back and show it because this is funny. This is funny.
We're putting Drake to sleep.
Fuck Drake.
I like Drake.
All right. This is just me buying shit over time and forgetting I have a case of it and then buying another case of it.
I can't see what you're talking about.
I know. I came back now. So.
Oh, there.
This is my Kleenex supply.
Oh my god.
That's a shirt hanging on a doorknob. So if that gives you an idea, there's like 25 boxes.
Rob, are you a hoarder?
No. But I
That's a
bought
joke.
so I bought toilet paper. What I do is I have Amazon send me a case of toilet paper like every 3 months or
Right.
whatever the
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
And I bought a case of Kleenex once. And then when COVID hit, I'm like, oh, I might run out of Kleenex too. Let me get a case. And I get the case and I open it and I'm like, go into my room and there's another case. So I have 2 cases. So I had like 30 boxes of Kleenex or whatever. And so I
Oh
was
my
like, fuck, and I just stacked them all up there. I'm like, okay, every time I come in my room, I'll see that. I won't forget. But
What do
I
you
do
need
that.
that Kleenex for, huh?
It's for in case I have to masturbate. That's what you're looking for, isn't it? That's what you were looking for. No. Um,
That's
I'll,
a lot of Kleenex, man, for
yeah, I
one
won't run
person.
out for forever, but almost everything, like I find I clean my, like when you wake up in the morning, if you're dehydrated, you have that stuff on your lips. I use Kleenex for
Oh,
that.
because I drink so much water, I'm like very rarely dehydrated.
And then blow your nose, clean my glasses, even though I have
With
these.
your Kleenex, it doesn't leave. Do you get like the Kleenex without lotion?
Yeah,
Like without
without
the
lotion,
aloe or
yeah.
whatever?
Oh no,
I
I
tried
don't like that.
Kleenexes on my glasses, but they leave like a film and I don't like it.
And I only do that. I mean, I have these handy wipe condoms that I use to clean my
So
glasses,
I need
but
to buy those
yeah,
because right now I'm using the spray that the optometrist, gives you when you buy glasses. You get like a little bottle of cleaner and like
yeah,
the microfiber cloth or whatever. That's what I use to clean my glasses because I didn't know they made little wipes.
yeah. I got like a
I
box
didn't
of
know.
400 of
I had no
these.
idea.
They're lens wipe. They're
That's
Zeiss,
fine.
Zeiss, and I
All
think
right,
you can
that's what
get
I need
like
to buy.
400 of them on Amazon for like $12 or something.
Nice. And I'll keep them in
Zeiss.
my desk drawer like my own little condom
Yeah, I
supply.
have them secretly stashed in like 3 different places of my
Yes.
Zeiss lens wipes.
Nice.
Um, on I might get them at Walmart too. I think 100 pre-moistened eyeglass out of stock. 100 for $5. So
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I keep yawning.
what? Are you yawning? Don't do that.
It's bedtime for
Bedtime.
me.
Okay, yeah, we can. I gotta
Almost.
go get my last meal because then I can't eat.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you gotta get your Arby's before you can't have any more Arby's.
No more
This was
Arby's.
awesome though.
Yeah,
Really good show. We're
Rob only
awesome.
jerks off in
I
tissues.
sound egotistical.
You know what I've never done, which I hear like when I was a kid, you'd hear like teenagers, boys jack off in a gym sock. I'm like, what the fuck? I've never done that. Like, why would you even? I've never done it.
I've never heard of that, but also I'm not a boy.
Right, but you do have a
So
13-year-old son, so get ready.
yeah, now I did have brothers, but like I was oblivious
They
if
weren't
they did
sharing their
that kind of stuff. I
masturbation
had
techniques
no
with you,
idea.
Robin. Oh, that doesn't seem friendly.
No, no,
They should be
That'd be so weird.
warning a teenage girl, especially if they're your sister, about boys that you meet will want to talk about this.
No, my brothers weren't really like that. They were like, "Hey, you want to go play Gauntlet Legends at the mall?"
Yeah, there you
I'm
go.
like, "Sure." That was our relationship.
They
We played
needed a fourth
D&D and
player. You got to
arcade
get
games.
4 players.
And they got me into Magic the Gathering and Pokemon, the card game. Thank my brothers for all that. I think if I didn't have brothers, I probably wouldn't be as worldly as I am.
Yeah, that's worldly.
That's the word I'm gonna use. I don't know, because some people get offended when you say I'm nerdy or geeky or whatever. Are those still acceptable words to say?
20 years ago, those were pejoratives. Now they're
I know they
cool.
were pejorative.
Yeah, now they're cool.
Are they still cool though?
Yeah, they're cool.
Are we sure?
Walmart ordering bell. So let me clarify. You can order just on regular Walmart, but when you order your groceries on Walmart, there's certain select items that you can order that aren't groceries that they'll allow you to order and just give you to your car. Like you can't do a piece of furniture or any kind of weird thing like
Right.
that, but you can get like shampoo and toiletries,
Mhm.
and yes, lens wipes is one of them. And you
And
can
groceries?
even order like Monopoly or Sorry or any kind of any kind of, they're just select items you can actually throw onto your. But I tried to order something one time and they're like, no, you can't do that.
For the record, we do not recommend that you buy Monopoly or Sorry because they're terrible board games.
Right, but
No, I'm serious.
Monopoly's
They're terrible board games. Don't buy them.
Sorry's actually not that bad if you're 4.
No, the only mass market board game I will ever recommend to anybody is Risk. That is the only mass market board game I think is worth your money. Everything else you should buy from an actual board game retailer. They're made by small board game companies, not Hasbro, not Milton Bradley. Don't buy their fucking games.
Wait a minute,
because they're mass
Hasbro, the makers
garbage.
of Dungeons and Dragons. Don't you?
That's different. I'm talking about their board games.
Oh yeah.
They're not like sorry, Monopoly. Guess who? Connect 4 is okay, I guess.
Why is Monopoly bad? I think that's a classic game.
Monopoly is a terrible board game. Nobody plays by the real rules. Everybody house rules that game to the death. And 2, if you want a property trading game, there's so many better property trading games out there. Raccoon Tycoon is an amazing game. If you want to play, well, it's not really a property trading game, but it's an auction game. So if you like the auctioning part of Monopoly, I guess you do that. Let me look through my collection and I'll come back next week with appropriate suggestions for property trading games because there are better ones than Monopoly. That is all. Rant over.
Right. Celestian says, why would you play Monopoly when you can just play D&D? That's right.
Also true. But you guys know I'm a huge, huge, huge board game nerd. Like that's fucking cemented. So I will tell you right now, don't play Monopoly.
Those right there are just a stack of board games that I've ran out of room and only
on the bottom?
Huh?
Is that Gloomhaven on the bottom?
Yeah, it is Gloomhaven, yeah.
Damn, I'm good.
And all those games are stacked there because I don't have a place to put any of my games because I got too many games. I'm a big board game guy.
Order Box
all
Thrones.
My friends come over and oh wait, that's not happening. Okay.
I bought Box Thrones and they're amazing for board game storage.
And I usually only, I said this before many times to people, I only buy not 100%, but 98%. I only buy a game if it has a one-player component.
Oh yeah, I like games with one-player components, like Scythe. And
did you call it Scythe?
Scythe? I know some people just say Scythe, whatever. Yeah. Scythe. I call it Scythe. I'm trying to think of more, but I'm so tired that my mind is blanking. But I have a lot of games with one-player component. Ooh, speaking of board games, we got Clank Legacy, the Acquisitions Incorporated one, and I'm sure you know what Acquisitions Incorporated is, right? The D&D stream. They had a book, a Wizards book, a hardcover come out for Acquisitions.
I did the conversion for Fantasy Grounds.
Okay, so they made a Clank game. I don't know if you've ever played Clank, but it's like a push your luck dice pool deck building game. I don't know. It's fun. Anyways, we bought the legacy version of it because I love legacy games, as you know. And it's themed Acquisitions Incorporated. How crazy is that? So it's like a little dungeon sort of push your luck engine building game almost. Yeah. And I got my brother and his wife to agree to play with us, which is really rare because they're not as nerdy as we are.
Right.
So I was really excited because of COVID, we can't just like go to the board game store and get people to play with us or whatever. I'm excited. Okay, that's all.
That's good. Legacy games are a scam, though. They're games that you have to.
I disagree.
But you basically destroy part of the game to move, like you gotta throw this card out and whatever, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. There are some legacy games that even though you do that, they are still replayable at the end. Charterstone being the best example of this. Because in Charterstone, you're building the board to play the game, basically. You build the board as you play, you put stickers on the board, right, to build it out. And then when you're done, it's an entirely playable game that you customize. Yeah. And you can play it over and over. It's a worker placement game. And it's really fun. We played Charterstone and we still have it. And I loved it. I thought it was a great experience.
But aren't there like cards in Gloomhaven that say rip this card up and destroy it? And
maybe. I know that's true in the Pandemic Legacy games, which I hated, by the way. I didn't like those. And I love Legacy games, but Pandemic Legacy was awful. I didn't like it. don't buy it. Blech.
I'm too easy of an audience. Like, I get a game and it's like, I paid money for this game. I'm gonna play it and I'm gonna like it because I paid for it. I don't want to come to the point where I say, oh, I don't like this, and now I'm mad that I spent money on it. Like, I'm too. It's like when I go to a
Oh,
movie, I'm pretty much, except Star Wars Episode 8. I was pissed off about that. But if I pay for something, I'm more. It's a phenomenon. See, in comedy, we used to always worry that if you went to a casino or some place where the comedy show was free and the audience members didn't have to pay, the show would fucking suck ass because
Right.
the audience didn't have an investment in it. And
Yeah.
if you made them pay even $1, then they were like, okay, I'm in, and then
Yeah,
they
it's
would
better
have a
be
good time.
worth
Yeah,
my dollar.
right. But
Yeah,
if
no,
it's
we've
free,
had a
it's
lot of
like,
stinky
oh, this
ones.
can't be any good. So if I pay for something, I'm always just like predisposed to like it.
Oh, no,
But I
not
have
me.
asked for my money back on some things in life, so
Yeah, we've bought games, played them once, and then because we couldn't return them to the store because most board game stores won't let you after you've taken the shrink wrap off, we just turn around and sell them on Facebook Marketplace. When we lived in Kansas City, it was easier because we lived so close to really big board game stores that like they had a it was a pretty accepted hobby, a pretty
right.
normal hobby because of the board game stores in Kansas City. Um, we haven't run into that issue here where we bought a game and didn't like it and needed to sell it. But I would assume, judging by our neighbors, that it might be a hard sell.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We live in kind of uppity part of town. I mean, but you know, maybe people play board games. I don't know.
If they
Anyways,
play a game called Travis went to buy some Grey Poupon, that's the name of the game.
they probably
You have to really.
play Monopoly.
But yeah,
In
exactly.
trouble. I'm
Monopoly,
sorry.
though, see, people don't realize. People like you and me know about the world of board gaming, but there's a
Mhm.
whole vast number of people out there who, when you ask, do you want to play a game, the only thing that comes into their head is Monopoly,
Yeah.
cards, like 5 different games,
Right. I was surprised to see Walmart does carry some more, uh, what's the word I'm looking here for?
advanced.
Boutique board
Oh,
games.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
they have Catan at Walmart now,
Uh-huh.
and also,
I fucking
the
hate Catan. I hate that
the
game.
house,
House on Haunted
Betrayal at
Hill?
the House on the Hill.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, Betrayal. They have that game at Walmart now. They've also had, like, Exploding Kittens, which is kind of, mainstream. Um, I'm trying to think. I don't know, I'm so tired, my
All right,
brain isn't
let's get you
functioning anymore. But
out
you
of
get what I'm
this.
saying, so I think,
Yeah.
some board games are making it more mainstream, which is good because Catan is a pretty good game. The Settlers of Catan is what it used to be called. Now it's just Catan,
Yeah, I don't like
which
it.
is weird.
I don't like it. All
Yeah.
right. Any final words, Robin, before we go?
No, that's all. It's always lovely chatting with you,
Yes, ma'am. You too.
and thank you everybody in chat for hanging out with
Thanks,
us and
everybody.
listening to us.
Chat. Come back and watch on Friday, which will be Dungeon of the Mad Mage, and you too can play by participating in the chat and buying things against or for the players in the game. You know all about it. All right, good. So until next time, good gaming, everyone.